Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I want to talk about a fight that happened last night, which was a good fight. Miguel Berchelt and versus Miguel Roman, and it was really a good fight. I'm kind of new to these two people. They good boxers, and let me break it down to people for the casual fans who don't know too much about these two fighters. Miguel Berchelt. He's 5'7". He has a 71-inch reach. He's Mexican, and he's 26 years old. He got total fights of 26 fights, 35 wins, 31 KOs, and 1 loss. And as of today, he's the 10th best active pound for pound boxer by BoxRec. And as an amateur. He tried at the age of 16 playing football, and another thing is he's a Mexican national boxing champion in the elite category. Berchelt has represented the country internationally as Oscar Valdez was the highest ranked boxer in the featherweight division at the time. The two never faced each other as amateurs, so we might get that fight. We don't know, but it might happen. And now his opponent his opponent down. Miguel Roman. He's 5'5". He's got a 67-inch reach. He's Mexican too. He's 32 years old. He's an Orthodox. He's got a total of fights of 73 fights. 60 wins, 47 KOs, and 13 losses, and 0 draws and 0 no contests. And matter of fact, I forgot to say, Miguel Berchelt is he's an Orthodox too. And it was a pretty good fight. I think it was in the first or the second round. Like Miguel Roman kind of hurt Miguel Berchelt, and but he bounced back. It wasn't serious, but it could have been serious. But one thing, his mouthpiece came out, and that probably gave him a little breathing room too to get himself together too. At the same time, when Berchelt knocked out Miguel Roman mouthpiece, but he bounced back. Another thing with Miguel Berchelt, I looked at 2 of his fights on YouTube. He's a pretty good fighter at 130 pounds, he throws a lot of combinations of different punches and stuff like that. When he was fighting Miguel Roman, he was throwing a lot of combinations because Miguel Roman he was aggressive, you know what I'm saying, and he got caught, you know what I'm saying. And one thing about Miguel Berchelt, he kind of out of breath a little bit because he was running. He was walking around a lot, moving around a lot, I would say, you know what I'm saying, that he normally do, I would say. But he knocked down Miguel Roman, I think 3 times. I think 3 or 4 times at the same, as I recall it. And but they called the ref called it off, you know what I'm saying, because he was getting beat bad. But he didn't knock. I was waiting to see can he knock him out. I see Miguel Berchelt. He has punching power, but I don't think he got that one knockout of punching power. By what I've seen so far, because I tried to look at his other fights. I don't know about his other fights. But at the same time, but that's not what his record says. His record says like I said, 35 wins and 31 knockouts. So he is a knockout artist. But how those knockouts? How was those knockouts? Was it by the ref calling it off, or was it by them not knocking them down? They couldn't get or they couldn't get back up, or they wouldn't get back up. That's, you know what I'm saying. So it's because most of his fights have been in Mexico. So I don't know who those points. When you go into his his resume or wherever on Wikipedia, I can't pull those fighters up on his record. But even when I did it with certain other fighters too at the same time. So, but about what I seen, I know he punched hard. How much do he punch hard? That's the thing. I mean, he punched you hard to get a TKO. I know that for sure. And you know what I'm saying. But I won't be surprised if he did knock out the other people that I couldn't see. You know what I'm saying. But and another thing too with Mexican fighters too, at the same I realize, especially when they come from Mexico, they're not really highlighted in American boxing. You know, so I was reading by what some people were saying in certain people's channels. American fighters get hyped or get promoted a little bit better. I would say, yeah, because they're Americans, of course. I mean, if you're in Mexico, if you're a Mexican fighter, you get promoted better in Mexico. But order to make make yourself well known around the world, you got to come to the United States. You got to come to America. So you know what I'm saying, he's here and he's fighting, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be in the, you know, I think with Miguel Berchelt it's legacy. Of course, it's getting your money. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, I will see if he's gonna knock out Miguel Roman, because Miguel Roman, he has 13 losses. Well, he got 13 losses now. You know, one thing is he's 32 years old. I will see if can he knock him out, but he didn't knock him out. And Miguel Berchelt didn't knock out Francisco Vargas. The ref called that off too. That's the thing I want to do. He got that one knockout power. I don't see it. I mean, he hits hard. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? What people saying, he's a Mexican warrior, which I seen in the fight. Those two fights, whatever. Yeah, it was a really good fight, man. I wonder what his next opponent going to be. He was on a Top Rank. He was on ESPN. It was on the app. I was trying to see it on the on the ESPN regular channel, but they didn't have it headed on the app, so I didn't really see it in live on TV. I seen it on YouTube and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, man, Miguel Berchelt he's really good. He got different combinations. One thing about him, he don't move his head really well. You know what I'm saying? And when he was fighting Miguel Roman, he was fighting Miguel Roman. He was fighting like a little man. Miguel Berchelt was fighting like a little man compared to Miguel Roman. You know what I'm saying? So he need to fight like a tall fighter, fight like his height. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, Miguel Berchelt, he moves around. He moves around okay. You know what I'm saying? He moves around okay. You know what I'm saying? Good different combinations, uppercuts, and then he definitely hurt you to the body at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And his head movement can be better than what it is at the same time, but it's not that great. You know what I'm saying? I understand everybody, you know, talking about this Mexican style too at the same time, but let me tell you something, man. I mean, when Miguel Berchelt was fighting Miguel Roman, it wasn't really a Mexican style fight to it. I mean, because let me tell you something. I know one person has really got the Mexican style down to a T, and he's not even Mexican. That dude is Jerry Hurt. I mean, he fights like a straight. If you talk about Mexican style, look how he fight. He take a lot of punches, and you will hit Jerry Hurt 2 or 3 times, and then he'll hit you with one hard punch, and he'll steady come at you and aggressively. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, and that's Mexican style. I mean, and then even with Sean Porter, I mean, shoot, you know what I'm saying? He got a little got a Mexican style towards his style. You know what I'm saying? He aggressive. But getting back to Miguel Berchelt, man, I'm looking for more fights from him and see where who he'll fight next, and his next opponent would be. And but yeah, his future's looking bright. Good fight at 130, but you know, one thing is everybody talking about Miguel Berchelt and versus Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? They either saying he's number one, and some people say Gervonta Davis is number one. But hopefully these two will probably meet up. But I shoot another video. I'll talk about another video about them two later on. But Miguel Berchelt with a good victory over Miguel Roman, and I'm looking forward to looking at Miguel Berchelt a little bit more in the future too. At the same time, so what do you guys think about Miguel Berchelt right now? Do you think he's the best in the 130 pound division? And do you think he can beat the top dogs right now in the 130 pound division, or whatever, or what? What do y'all think? Or what do y'all think he need to work on to make himself a little bit better than what against Miguel Roman? I mean, of course he can work on. I think a lot of people can work on certain things about making himself better in the ring at the same time. But you know, his head movement and his footwork a little bit at the same time. And one thing is he punch. You know, if Lomachenko was in the division, I think Lomachenko can telegraph his punching. He punch. He's not a fast puncher. He's an okay puncher. Don't get me wrong. He's got power to it. Don't get me, that's the thing. But fast, Gervonta Davis is really fast. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all guys think? Leave a comment at the bottom of my page. Subscribe to my page. Like my page. Hit the bell icon for new notification, new videos from me. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. All right, bye.